and I have ridiculous hair tonight.
Hello.
Look, it's done.
And guess what I have? I have
Dessert.
Dessert from a place called Better Than Sex.
The menu, exciting. Hey, so these blinds need to be opened.
What do you mean?
Well,
These right
because
here?
the people are used to seeing the pool.
Oh, okay.
We don't really have our pool. There's a pool out there. You can't see the pool. I don't even know.
Well,
comments. Oh, we have a viewer.
We have a viewer. Hello.
So okay.
Oh, why are you so low tonight?
Because you didn't get the chairs with the cushions.
Oh, that's right.
Last night.
They're the same chairs, but not without the cushions. So I'm like down here in the corner. In the corner.
My hair looks like, I'm going to show it to you in a second. Well, wait, there's ice cream in there. So you might want to put the ice cream.
Oh, okay. All right, hang on.
In
Better
your
Than
mouth.
Sex. Dessert.
And so Trace is here. What's up, OG lesbian in his house? Tracy says, hello, peeps. Do you know that peep is blowjob in French? I mean, I know that that's like not a problem for you, like knowing how to say blowjob in France. Like you're not going to be like giving any blowjobs in France or in America for that matter, but it's good to know. It's good to expand your horizons. Are you not worried that the ice cream is going to be all melty? Maybe we should.
That was the ice cream.
So should we eat it during the podcast?
No, we're going to do our podcast.
But is it going to be soup?
It's going to be fine.
So
It's going to be fine.
It's in the refrigerator. Y'all think that it's going to be fine in the refrigerator? Probably not. Okay, so here is my question. Does my hair look cute or ridiculous?
You look like the girl from Dodgeball.
I think the girl from Dodgeball is where you're missing it. Okay, so once again, we're live from Key West. Thank you for coming to the podcast. We truly appreciate you if you're coming in now or if you're coming in later. Obviously, if you're watching the live show, you can comment, be part of the show, make friends with the people that watch all the time. These people are so nice. And if you're watching later, you should comment too, because we'll reply. If you have any feedback, or you want to tell me what you think of my hair, you want to say, you know what, y'all are annoying. Why the fuck do you have a podcast? That's cool. You say whatever you want to say. But tonight we are actually live from Key West, Florida. Because we took a little Thanksgiving vacation, which we talked about
southernmost
yesterday.
podcast in America.
It's the southernmost in the continental United States.
Right.
So I will say this: if you never watched before and you think like, oh, your lives are perfect, watch last night's podcast. So like, yeah, I was gonna slit my wrist the night before. That's not how it was.
It wasn't fun.
I was going helium tank. I did a lot of research on it, but it was just going to be too much work. So we'll do that another day. For today, you're stuck watching this stupid fucking podcast. Anyway, we're married. We don't hate each other. And the people that we watch our podcast, we call them the haters. And there are some master haters. And Trace is one of our favorites. She says, nope, I will not be. I will sure say yes to say peeps in France when I hoe. Well, if you hoe, maybe you do.
Oh, then she said go. Okay.
She corrected it in her next comment.
All right. Well, it's a Freudian slip.
Y'all need to know by now.
It's Freudian.
We're going to take your nonsense and repeat it to you. So go ahead and tell them about things because I have something to show you.
Christmas lights up in Key West that are very festive. And it dawned on me today that, it's like Christmas season now because Thanksgiving was yesterday. We're all keyed up for Thanksgiving and now it's Christmas season. So Merry Christmas, everyone. Let me be the first to wish you a happy holiday season. From marital hate to you. And all the
Merry
folks
Christmas.
at St. Jude's Hospital.
It's too soon to wish people a Merry Christmas. I'm sorry.
Well, it is not too soon for lights because the lights are very pretty and festive. And hopefully we can see more of them tomorrow night because we didn't get to see many of them tonight. We saw some. But we had a pretty fantastic day, I think.
We did, but I want to show, before we get into the whole day of it all, I just really need you to know exactly what my head looks like. Right. So in the great cinematic film, Little Nicky, the devil, Harvey Keitel, gets mad at Kevin Nealon and puts titties on his head. You see titties on his head? And so then he puts a bra on his head, and then he puts tassels on his bra. Oh, I can't find the tassels. But I think that's what it looks like. Do I look like Kevin Nealon with titties on my head? Or does it look cute? Or do I look like the chick from Dodgeball or Princess Leia? I like them. I think they're cute and fun.
So this is the girl from Dodgeball. I don't know if you can see that. That's the girl from Dodgeball.
I do. Look, my eyebrows are separated in the middle.
Which is okay because she really in real life looks like that. So that's not a bad trade-off.
That's too fast. Okay, I'm telling you this. I'm developing like a little vulva in between my eyebrows. So I'm starting to miss the time where my eyebrows came together like a nice Portuguese girl. See, you see what Doug has here? It's like a little baby vulva. And I'm getting one too.
If you must know.
It's like a little line. It's not quite like vulva like he has, but
Does that mean I'm my gender is not certain if I have a vulva head, face, a vulva face, vulva?
You just have a little vulva right here. Just a little one. Do you want me to? I will. Chase says, but Ho worked in that sentence. Ho works in every sentence.
No, well, depends.
You get a life sentence for hoeing.
Oh, no, you probably couldn't.
No?
No, I don't think you want to do that.
So, we're not super prepared. We're going to tell you about our day. How about that?
It's Friday. It's like, last of the week. We figure we.
So, y'all, we got up and Doug got, I wasn't feeling so great. Everything we do. And that's like one of the hard parts about living with a chronic illness is you don't know how it's going to impact things like vacation. And there's a bajillion things I want to do. I want to go snorkeling. I want to go jet skiing. I want to go to Tortugas. I want to go to every fucking shop on Duval. I want to go to every restaurant. And guess what? We went to Moondogs.
Moondogs was a little breakfast place.
Oh, y'all. So...
actually, yeah, this was probably.
So, I have like a myriad of health shit.
Myriad.
And one of the things is that I have POTS, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. So, like, I get all fainty and whatnot. And I'm a middle-aged woman, so hot flashes add to the faint.
It's like a spray bottle, like a cat. Like, so when she starts to faint, I spray her in the face.
I fucking love that. Could you do that?
Snap back to
Could you do that? I would love that.
I'll spray you in the face.
Okay, you were bad. You're not spraying me in the face tonight. You might get a little puss action. That's about all you're getting. You're not getting any head. You're not going to spray me in the face. It's not happening.
I was talking about spraying you with water or some sort of soothing French liquid from.
Is that what we're calling it? Soothing French liquid? Oh, I have to tell them about the British thing, which is hilarious. I don't know if I can ever have sex again. I got to be honest with you. Tracy said that the longer you are together, you start to look alike.
That's what's going on here.
Girl, I'm going to have to slit my fucking wrists.
Why am I handsome woman?
Oh, you didn't open it up to the podcast. Donna can't see herself. You forgot to add
I'm
yourself.
coming, Donna. Don't worry about it.
Donna, I'm so sorry. Thank you for texting
we're
me.
Discombobulated.
Donna just texted me, and she's like, bitch, I can't see your comment. She didn't call me a bitch. She never called me a bitch. Donna is a goddamn delight. So Doug is going to make his page public. Donna, if you're commenting on Doug's page, the problem is Doug.
We'll get you.
But if you go on my page, you'll be able to get on, or the marital hate page itself. You can comment there. He's gonna pull it up now. We'll pull your comments up on screen. Everything will be
and everything will be fine.
So I will say, because I don't know if they're watching on the way to dinner. We met the nicest people who are staying at our hotel when we got back from our day, and I don't know all of their names. But I just became Facebook friends with one of them.
A couple of them are Bills fans, one's a Vikings fan.
I thought one was a Bills fan.
I think a couple of them were. I don't know.
So I have a new friend, and I think it was Debbie. I forget her name already. Oh, yeah, Donna's got a ton of comments. She said, how long before it gets booted? Oh, last night, well, part of the problem was that my battery kept dying on my laptop because my laptop is on its last fucking leg. She says, I look like the girl from Star Wars and Princess Leia. Is it a good look, Donna, or is it a shitty look? I don't really know. Trace says, I like the hair. Cute and looks like Layla. Leia is my friend Darcy's little girl who not so little anymore. These kids need to stop fucking growing up. I was not prepared for that. Do we need more light?
Well, it's your crappy camera is what it is.
I know.
Oh, we have one more light we can put on.
We're going to turn one more light on, see if that helps. So anyway, we met the nicest people when we came back. I think it's Deb and Bob for some reason. And I didn't get their friends' names. They were the nicest people from upstate New York. Super nice, right? So one of them, so this hotel is a clothing optional hotel. And so we're chatting with them or whatever. And we're like telling them about the podcast. And every time I talk to somebody about the podcast, I'm like, don't watch the fucking podcast. Like, it's for fucked up people. You seem like a nice person to me. Don't watch our podcast. It's fucked up. And so these people are, they were super nice. We all had a lot in common. I really look forward to getting to know them better. But the one couple has their room overlooking the sun deck, and they saw some like dude with old balls out there. And she's like, no, you didn't want to see that. I'm like, you don't know me, girl. I love fucked up shit.
You do.
We watched a spider porn video the other night.
It was like there was a big web involved, and like, they didn't go whole hog. You have to have somebody dressed as a spider, like a full on spider. They had
Would you guys pay to watch us fuck like spiders?
No, nobody wants to pay anything.
Nobody wants to pay.
Nobody wants to pay.
Why do you have to slouch so low? You make
Oh,
me
he's
look
relaxing here.
Pull your.
It's Friday.
I know, but you make me
casual.
look like a gigantic woman. I feel like a gigantic woman. I would like to feel dainty. Put your perspective. Put yourself up on the. Yeah, right there. Yeah, be big.
Move.
And I can be delicate and tiny.
I am big, dog.
Oh my God, can I even with you? You're not even ridiculous. Okay, there's all these comments. Push the buttons. So let me just push the buttons, pull the comments.
I am too big to push button.
I didn't know what to say about this. Can you pull up the comments? The way it works on our end is we have to click on the comments to bring them up on the screen.
I like
so
the hair. It looks like that. And then this comment says not enough limbs for Spider.
Okay, well, just put one of Donna's little comments on it. See, she said Princess Leia, just so that everybody knows. Donna is in his house, and she does not take any shit.
She's here. Yep.
All right. I'm going to shut off the DoorDash since we got our food. Okay, so hopefully tonight we will not have any technical difficulties. Sorry that we have yesterday. Sorry that our battery died abruptly. Everybody thought we were dead.
Abruptly?
We're not.
Is that? I don't know if that's.
I had a margarita at dinner, and I had some of your margaritas, so I had like a margarita and a half. I think that means that I will peg you.
Oh.
Wait, one margarita, and she will suck. She will touch your penis.
No, something. I'll open my leg.
She will spread her legs.
Margarita, I will give you in the.
There's a whole song. Tracy asked Donna, "What's up, Donna Shay?" And then Donna says, "It's not you." Sometimes it is us.
Oh, it was definitely us last night.
We're using this. Our battery died on our computer last night. We are having. We're using my shitty laptop. We're using my phone as a hotspot. Actually, I gotta close some apps down. So we're not quite prepared for class as usual. But
Donna says your wedding pic hair is fabulous.
Oh, my wedding pic hair was amazing. Thank you, Darcy. By the way, mother to Layla. Yeah, she's absolutely amazing. And Donna says, "Hi, Liz," but I think that she means, "Hey, Tracy." Art's here.
And Art is here.
And he says, "Tequila makes your clothes fall
Yes,
off."
It's bikini remover.
So can I just tell you? So Art and I were messaging right before the show.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna get to meet Art and Michelle on
Art
Sunday.
coming up. He's on the docket.
I'm super excited
Sunday.
because you guys. So I want to RV full time, and they're doing it. They're like living the dream. And they're on Instagram. I don't know their Instagram off the top of my head, but Art, if you want to include it, if you want to share anything. But he was telling me, he said, "Have you guys gone to the Garden of Eden yet?"
I don't know what that is.
Garden of Eden is a bar that is clothing optional.
There's a bar that's clothing optional.
Yeah, you want to go?
Oh, not much of a drinker, and I look like a potato with no clothes.
I think you look great with your clothes off. Would you guys like to see a video of Doug dancing around with his dick spinning in circles for $19.99?
Some people can't do the circle. Just saying.
You can. Okay, and Donna says, "Oh shit, Tracy, I was talking to a friend, Liz." Dude, we can't multitask, especially on a Friday night if you had a couple of hits.
Wait, how does that work? If you can't really take an Uber with no clothes.
You go there and you take your clothes out. They probably have like
there's like a little, like it's like the Gap. They have a changing room.
Well, no, they probably have like a little locker. I don't know. Like probably I don't like to watch people take their clothes off, but I'm going to tell you, I have so many things to say. Art says yes.
They must give you a little. They must give you a little.
Art,
locker,
I'm hoping to say that myself.
Like
tonight.
at the Y.
Well, can I just? Art, I hope you don't mind. I'm about to quote you.
Oh no.
He says, and this is not a shy man, by the way. They love, like, they're full-time RVers and they love to go to clothing optional resorts. And he said to me tonight, and I quote, "Well, let's say well endowed. I like the attention. Good for you. Rock out with your cock out, motherfucker." I love that. Meanwhile, we're here at the hotel clothing optional. We haven't seen any nudity, although I did go up to the deck where nudity is allowed and pull my dress over my head, just so I could say I could do it.
That's right.
And then, so Doug could send Biggins a picture, although I don't.
No, I didn't send him.
So anyway, we're I have a big mouth, and I taught my husband the cheat code, but I don't want to go through that whole mission class again. Like I love this.
What? No, wait, hang on a second.
We do,
but that has nothing to do with going to a bar where you're naked.
No, but we're more prudish than we let on. Like, I love your cock. I love your cock.
Right, but here's my thing. Like, I
Specifically
don't even like to walk around without a shirt. I don't even like that.
Low and high. I found the perfect one, and I married it.
Thank you, honey.
You're welcome. The rest of you, but the clock is great. Thank you for the great tip. I appreciate it. There's a nice lady I met at a restaurant place this morning. Super nice, beautiful black woman with her husband, and I believe she followed our nice. YouTube. She was so nice. She's like, "Oh, you have a podcast?" I'm like, "Please don't watch it."
Yeah, please. But then she signed up.
She signed up. She's crazy. And Art says, I'm so shy. And he put a bunch of heart faces up, which makes me very happy. So here's the thing. So we're all out there. We're talking to these two couples. Again, I didn't get all the names, but I'm also forgetting things, and I'm terrible. I'm so sorry, you guys. But if they catch it. But this other couple comes in. Drama. By the way, this place is like the fucking White Lotus, is it not?
This place, yeah.
The gays have not tried to kill me yet, but I'm shooting for that. So this couple comes in and they're like holding on to one another for dear life.
Oh my God,
they are stumbling. I'm like, oh,
and he was better off than she was.
She was. Oh, he's really drunk. She was medicated. Oh no, she's really drunk. No, they're both really drunk. And so lo and behold, they come in drunk off their asses, and then they just were like, oh hi, and the people are like, oh. Apparently they have been fighting very loudly, and the rooms are like right next to it. I feel so bad.
So when they got in their room, like maybe not even like 6 minutes later,
screaming, crying,
yelling. I thought a shoe was gonna come through the glass.
I feel so bad for them. I wish that they could I'm sure that Patrick at the front desk would switch them up. There were Trent, Patrick, and Trent. Art says, "Is Doug blushing?" I don't know if that's his high blood pressure.
Could be the sunburn from yesterday. It's funny. I woke up this morning and I was like, do I have a fever or something? Am I sick? And it was my sunburn from yesterday.
And we don't really have a bad sunburn. We're Floridians.
No, that's
crying out loud. But when you're in a convertible, it sneaks up on you.
Yeah, I was thinking.
With the Jeep too.
I was thinking today that Key West would have made a bigger impression on me had I come from Massachusetts to Key West versus coming from Cape Coral to Key West.
Part of it is you haven't really gotten the Key West experience because your wife is a fucking invalid.
No. Well, I will say this. I've seen a little bit. Obviously, we didn't do like everything, but I've seen a little bit. And I'm not making a judgment yet, but I'm just saying like palm trees and stuff like that.
If there was anything I could change about Key West, it would be that there would be more parking, because I can't walk very far and it's rough. I had actually thought originally why don't we bring the Jeep down? We were going to rent a baby Jeep and throw the tow hitch on with the bike racks, and we could bike everywhere. Yeah. That would be a little bit better, but. Yeah, we're making it work.
We're doing it.
It's a good time. Donna says, I never got to see the car until rented.
We'll take a picture of it.
The car. So I think she means you rented. Yeah. So we'll have more pictures. We have pictures of it that we took for
insurance purposes.
For the insurance purposes, but we really need to get some pictures of ourselves, and it's really cute. But it's like a toy car. It's not even a real car. I don't even know. You can't even believe that it's a car. It's not. It's like a Power Wheels, but we're in it. It's so funny. We must look ridiculous. Donna says you rented. I knew what you meant, sweetheart. So yeah, that was our. So I kind of want to go over there and just listen, because apparently they fight till 3-4 o'clock in the morning. But I think that they were so drunk that they're going to be puking.
Oh my God!
I felt bad.
You know what? I've only seen a few people that drunk in my life, and she was yeah, and it was he was trying to be all walk by the group of us, and so anyways, I hope that they get along.
Things turn around.
I hope everything's fine over there. I hope they don't keep our new friends awake tonight. So
before we go through our whole day, I want to share this. So one of the first things that happened this morning, I'm still friends with my old boss Mick, who is a brilliant guy, just a sweetheart, former professional rugby player, and I see this meme and I have to send it to him because he's British. Says, I bet British people have sex yes, splendid. Oh, indeed, it's scrumptious. Carry on. Good heavens, I'm arriving. I said it to Mick. And now herein lies my problem. I don't think I can ever have sex again without picturing Mick saying that, because I'm such a visual person. I have such a crazy imagination.
Spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down.
Picture is my former boss talking to his wife this way, and I know his wife, but I just can't.
Talk filthy to me, Mick.
No, stop! Don't. I will never be able to have sex again. I have to get this. I have to get this. He's like my little brother.
Talk rubbish to me.
I can't. I just can't. That's the problem, though. When you have an active imagination or your character, because you guys have watched the podcast, whether I'm baked or not. And by the way, I did take some cannabis oil, but it has not kicked in yet. So sorry.
Speak to me like you're on the dole.
Oh, stop! I can't. My imagination just goes to crazy fucking places. The things that come out of my mouth are terrifying. If you guys only get like this much of the insanity that goes on in here, you get a little bit more when we're not on the podcast.
Yeah, I get the full 100%.
The full telly.
But sometimes I kind of guide you in a certain.
I got in a stop here or there, like a shut the fuck up, you're being crazy.
Oh, you said something today that was it today or last night that was very crazy?
What was that?
I can't really say other things.
Oh, that was on the podcast.
Oh, okay. It was not on the podcast. No. I don't want it to be on the podcast. It was terrible.
I thought it was fucking brilliant.
Yeah. So it was.
I don't know if it's offensive.
It is offensive. Yeah.
How
to me,
it's
offensive to me.
We'll have to talk. I'm going to run it by some of you all. When
I'm up here. I am a classy individual.
And Art says it has to be entertaining. I'd like to think everything is entertaining. I'm entertained by everything, every little stupid thing. So anyway, we got up. We went to breakfast at. So we were like, oh hey, we went to the front desk as if we were at the White Lotus, and we met Trent, who was adorable and very sweet. And then we were gonna walk to breakfast, but like, with the pots, it's really hard for me to do that, especially with
like 6 blocks, right? It's like 2 over and 3 up, so it's really like 6 blocks. For her, it's a lot.
And then we had to stand and wait for a table.
Yeah.
So I could have done one and not the other. So we got there, and they told us the wait was 10 minutes. It ended up being 25. We sat at the bar. The food was good. The Dustin, the waiter, was amazing.
But wait, even before we got in, while we're waiting,
this is the funniest part.
Guy with a hand truck comes up and dumps a pallet full of like cooking supplies, right? And on top there were all like
fresh berries,
crates of berries and stuff like that,
bags of avocado.
So then he leaves.
He just leaves it there.
And I decide to have myself. I start yelling, "Farmers market, 1 hour only! Farmers market!"
Nobody even thought it was. I was dying, but I had been like, "Do you think?"
And I'm thinking, what if somebody comes over? I'm selling these berries for like $5-10
because there's all these people going by on golf carts. You might as well sell them some berries.
And then if somebody said something, I would just give them the $10. And say, look, I just sold some berries for you. Here's the $10 or whatever.
Yeah, but they're marking up those berries a lot more than $10.
So anyway,
I almost had myself. Order berries. If you order a half cup of berries in a restaurant, they're probably charging you $10.
Yeah, probably. But I thought it was a good deal. I thought it was like I'm in town. They don't know me, and I was figuring I'd have a flash, what they call a flash market. It would be like a flash farmers market, and nobody bought me as a farmer apparently.
You don't look like a farmer. Tracy says you cannot even say you're a classy individual without smirking.
Well, here's the thing. I'm a classy individual, but I'm also attached to.
I'm a white trash superstar.
White trash superstar over here, which is. But it's not exactly true because she has a lot of classy things that I don't have, etc. So between the two of us, we could probably pull off a decent restaurant.
In what way, shape, or form do you find me to be classy, and how do I make that stop?
Oh, things like that your grandmother taught you. She went to charm.
My grandmother went to I was raised properly by my grandparents, and well mannered, well behaved. Could go anywhere.
Yeah, I got no manners. And now, not behave.
They're dead, and I wasn't invited. I was disinvited to my grandmother's funeral. That's a story we talked about a while ago. And so now I just do whatever the fuck I want to do, and I feel like that's a better way to live your life than to be worried about what other people think.
See, here's my
try it. What's up?
I'm trying to be on the straight and narrow. My parents are hopefully looking down on me. I want to make them proud. Your parents are still roaming the earth, and you don't have that oversight. Like I can't.
So you have parents in heaven. See, this is my thing. Like, I feel so. I was like super tight with my grandparents. Like, love them just so much. All of my grandparents, and they're like the fact that I have tattoos. That would not go over so well.
The whole Jewish cemetery thing's out.
Well, we're not Jewish, so there's that. I think. And I went to a Catholic church. It didn't implode on me, but who knows. But I get piercings, dreadlocks,
attitude.
Married more than once, and your eyes are red. Are you okay?
I'm drunk.
Have you been crying?
No, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Do you need some Visine?
No, I don't think so.
We didn't bring any castor oil with us. By the way, rub some castor oil on your eyes.
I don't know what you like magic with the castor oil.
I'm magic with everything. There's other comments, but I don't have the energy.
No, we have them all.
We have them all?
We have them
all right, cool. So, so this beautiful, we were talking about our podcast. Oh, actually, what was it? We're like, every time we sit down, everybody leaves. And these people said, they're like, well, we're leaving now.
Yeah. It was perfect time.
The guy dropped the mic. It was hilarious. We were all dying. And then we came back and took a little siesta.
No,
we went to the Butterfly Museum.
To the Butterfly Museum.
Y'all,
might be one of the best things I've ever done in my life.
So this is supposedly the biggest or
the best
butterfly.
Well, it's the southernmost.
So we're told the best butterfly museum in the country. So I had this huge butterfly land right here, and it just did this. I want the screenshot of it just opening, and it just sat there for like a minute. And I'm like, I'm not moving, and I've got like my little kid. It's on my personal Facebook page. And I'm just sitting there, and all of a sudden it just opens up, and it was so beautiful. And you're there, and I'm not talking about like, oh, there's some butterflies here. Can't you pull up the video? Because we're using my phone to tether, so we can't do both. So there's this beautiful butterfly, and it just opens up. There's thousands of them, every kind of butterfly you can imagine. These cute little birds, and all these bright little colors. There's turtles. There's the red and scarlet, the flamingos.
Wait for it. There it is. But wait for it. It's just at some point it just goes womp. Right? Just wait for it. Wait for it.
Any minute now.
Wonk. And I don't know if you can see that, but it's like bright
so beautiful.
blue.
It was huge, and they actually give you these little
blue
stick-on butterflies. Oh, grab your little stick-on butterfly.
Oh,
it's right there. So. Listen, you got to go to a butterfly museum if you have a butterfly, whatever.
That butterfly was.
I've never been to another one, and it was just. It was like literally right there.
They were everywhere, and they were awesome.
And all you had to do is sit still, and they would come and land on you. But not everybody got them.
There were these iridescent birds sprinkled throughout the whole thing. So you had birds, and you had little egg birds that looked like little miniature quails. And then, of course, you go around the corner, and you've got flamingos. You had a pair of flamingos. Had a little conversation with them, and then you go around another corner. There's some turtles.
And then the people that worked there were super nice too. The turtles
we actually sat on a bench probably for at least 20 minutes, right? And we just
I think probably an hour.
Yeah,
Todd says, "Hi there, glad to see you guys have been able to get away for a little bit. You totally deserve it. We'd like to think so.
Thank you.
Where our problems will still be at home waiting for us." Donna says, "I love butterflies unless they land on me. Smack."
Well, that was the thing. They're
Donna, you can't do that.
You have to resist the urge to whack these things because it's like.
Well, because your instinct is to be
like. Yeah, right. Your instinct, like,
not
get away
my
from me,
instinct.
bug.
My instinct is to be like, come with me, little birds. You know that fucking like little birds and butterflies will do your housework for you.
That's only in a cartoon.
I don't.
But this thing, like, I didn't know what to expect.
I feel like if I had gotten like and by the way, these little butterflies were so helpful. I'm a middle-aged woman. It's an 80-degree fucking greenhouse, and these little butterflies are coming by, giving me this gentle breeze. Oh my god, it was so nice.
I thought it was I thought the place was going to be like huge, but it wasn't huge. But the plants were unbelievable. The butterflies, like all crazy different species of butterfly, and it was unbelievable. I was totally blown away by it. Yeah.
Donna says it's still a bug. Well, and bugs have a tendency to love me. That's how I got a disease.
So I was thinking, what other houses, like butterfly houses, right? Could you have a bat house? Could you have a bee house? Could you have a steak house?
Are there like
reptile? I've been to a reptile house.
I'm really not sure there aren't any like butterfly eggs.
Yeah, there's probably something up there.
Cocoons or birds' nests in my hair. I'm really not sure.
So the cool thing was we texted the kids back home and they saw us on the webcam.
I think only Nolan did. Did they
maybe. I don't know.
I think Wes was at work, but I could be wrong. And Nolan was cold today.
Because it's cold in Massachusetts.
It's cold in Massachusetts, and the kid's skinny. You need some insulating body fat. I want to give him some, but I couldn't figure out a way to FedEx it up there. So what we did instead was got him an electric blanket and tied him over. Offered Wes one, but he said he was fine.
That's a good idea.
So because Wes, he's a big dude. He's not fat. He's not fat, but he's a big guy. And which is nice. He's like a big teddy bear. Don't you think Wes is like a big teddy bear?
He is.
In the best possible way. Donna says I went to an awesome place in Canada, best I've ever seen. I haven't been to Canada since 1991.
I was across a river from Canada once.
Trace says Disney does a pretty good butterfly garden at Epcot. I think they're there during the Flower and Garden Festival. I was not aware of that. Donna says I'm fat and still cold. Are you on blood pressure medicine? If you're on blood pressure medicine, it will
when I was on,
always cold. Well, you're back on it again.
Yeah, freezing.
Did you bring it with you?
Yeah.
We still need to get you signed up with something to refill it. No,
I gotta get rid of that nasty rash.
Do you have a nasty rash?
That's why I don't want to go to the nudist thing.
Let me see your penis.
You saw my penis today. You saw it in full view, and there was
he
no
was
rash.
dancing around. He made me promise to not videotape it. Trey says it was cold in Georgia today. Well, do you need an electric blanket? We can send you one. They're like $20 on Black Friday.
Yeah,
but
Black
you gotta
Friday,
tell me. Listen, you gotta. I told the kids this. You gotta tell me today because they're no longer on sale.
Right.
They're $23. If you don't have a heated electric stove, get one. Art might not be the worst idea to get one for your little Michelle. Although they do sell ones that plug into your.
Art and Michelle are running around bare ass naked.
Sometimes they do. Sometimes
they get cold.
So, sometimes they do, but maybe Michelle just
maybe they have heat basking lamps like a
but
reptile. Go to a pet store, Art, and get yourself a basking lamp for an iguana, and you'll be all set.
Donna says I still have my electric blanket you gave me, and John too. I totally forgot. And Trace says I have an electric blanket.
Do not use in the tub.
Did I not buy the kids electric blankets already?
It seems like everybody's had an electric blanket from you at one point or another.
I think that they're fucking the best thing that you could possibly get. We don't use the electric blankets as much, but we use the biomat a fair amount, and that'll keep you up. And we have
little throw blankets that we like.
We like to be cold. We like to feel like we're in a little cocoon. So we did that. Then we came back, and I took a nap. This hotel is not like, if you're looking to stay at a resort, from like modern perspective, then you want to stay at the Hilton or the Hyatt or whatever. This is like Florida, like island vibes. It has got like light bulbs around and like
it's a little rustic, but it's okay.
Got like
the remote on the TV does not change the channel.
Doesn't change the channel.
We got one channel, and like there was creepy. The Polar Express was on today. It was creepy because the eyes or whatever, and it was on. There's nothing you could do about it, so you had to shut off.
Tracy says, thanks for the FYI not to use it in the tub. Did you tell her to use it?
I told her not to use the electric blanket in the tub because you might have a little trouble.
All right, says this Florida boy has the heated blanket.
Yeah.
Dude, get it. And
does that mean is that code for a lot of body hair?
I don't know if he has.
My heated blanket. Oh, covering me on my back.
I need to. Herein lies the problem. So with Art and Michelle, all I have to say is you have a lot of body hair, and Art would just like rip his clothes off and be like, let's go. Not like let's go in a sexual way, but he'd show you what he has. And because that's how he rolls. I'm fascinated. I want to know what everyone looks like naked. Like the people we were talking to. They were like, oh, I saw this guy and it was so gross and blah, blah, blah. You didn't want to see it. I'm like, no, I want to see it. It's just like, no, you didn't. I'm like, you don't understand. I watched Spider-Man.
There's good naked and bad naked. As long as you can keep the bad naked at an arm's length and not feel like it's like going to attack you.
Like when I spread my legs and hiss at you with my vagina.
That's always.
It's the thing I do. I go like.
It's not. You're going to show your nonsense.
I can't see my puss.
Well, they're about to see it.
What do you mean?
Avert your gaze.
I could, even if I tried to show them my puss.
Look what you're doing.
Look, these are both knees up, skirt pulled up. They can't see shit. I might need to shower. I'm smelly. No, Art says, nope, I'm not a bear. I didn't think so. Another thing that we highly recommend, which I've mentioned a million times on the podcast, and I think they're on sale right now. Y'all, Black Friday is not for buying presents for other people. It's for buying shit for yourself that you need. Because most of the stuff that goes on sale for Black Friday is like literally stuff people need. Like vacuums go on sale. Yeah. Like it's stop. Hey, listen, let's stop this commercialization where we're buying a bunch of gifts for other people. Let's spend some time together. Buy yourself the shit you need. Don't buy us anything. What do we need? We're fine. If we need something, we'll buy it off Marketplace or Amazon. I'll use credit card points to buy it. What y'all need to do is buy yourself what you need or want, what's going to make you happy.
I need a B-Bender Telecaster.
You can buy Doug a B-Bender Telecaster if you want to. How much does a B-Bender Telecaster go?
Oh, you can get a low end one for like $7,900.
No, you're not getting one.
Maybe
Sorry.
less than that.
Because this is all the credit card points we have for a little while. I have to open a new card. Y'all, I'm telling you, credit card points, you can take advantage of those motherfuckers. Screw the banks the way that they have screwed us for oh so long. And Art is laughing his ass off, which is good. Don't laugh too much, though. Please don't lose that butt.
Save some butt for the toilet.
Not that hold on to. Oh, I have a complaint about this toilet. Let me just show you my ass. Tell me when my ass is on camera. Is that my ass on camera?
Yes, your ass is on camera.
So you see how big that is,
Yeah,
right?
it's
Y'all
a
see?
juicy double.
I fall right into that motherfucker. That is the problem. You can't have a toilet seat that I fall into. I see something, but I can't move.
Art says we spend money on making memories.
Yeah.
What are you an advertising copywriter? That's like a line
Yeah,
that
that's what
every
they
kiss
do.
begins with K.
But
Art spends more money on spends money on making memories.
Well, here's the thing. We used to buy presents for everybody, even if it was just a small something, right? And people appreciate it, but like everybody has enough crap.
Yeah.
Like people would way rather hang out or eat a meal together or whatever than have some piece of Chinese crap that they're just going to end up in the landfill. Most people I know have
no offense, China, but there's some crap coming out that people make in China.
I'm exhausted from that whole thing right there. I'm smishing my hair.
We are marketers. Oh, I didn't know that. I think
that they do. I think they might do affiliate marketing.
Oh, okay. All right, then we'll.
We have so much to chat about, and I'm really looking forward to meeting you guys. So I have a whole bunch of notes. So is there anything else about today that you want to share? God! And then we went to Pepe's for dinner, which, by the way, just comfort food. Like if you want to feel like a warm hug for your arteries, go to Pepe's. And by the way, happy hour goes till 6 o'clock. Half price margaritas. You want to get drunk? This is the place to do it.
Oh yeah, this in Vegas are very very similar with the forcing alcohol on you.
They don't force
but I think down here,
available everywhere.
There's
like
more,
a pina colada slushy machine on every fucking corner. Like,
well, that's the same in Vegas. But I would say that at least here they want you drunk, like for a different reason, because they all drunk and they want you to be drunk. So it's a different reason. Whereas in Vegas, they want you drunk, spend your money.
But we're kind of doing our own thing. Like if you tried to do like a pub crawler, we would be dead. We can't do that shit. So we went to Pepe's. I ordered a lovely steak. I ate 3 bites of my steak. I ate the carrots.
If that.
I ate some of my mashed potatoes. I ate 3 bites.
She said the mashed potatoes tasted like love.
I did have 6 oysters though.
You did, yeah.
I'm gonna be horny, and I'm probably gonna have mercury poisoning. There's a comment. Is it on the screen yet?
No, I just said us too. So they're looking.
Yeah, we're so excited. We went to Pepe's. It's the oldest restaurant in Key West, and one of Doug's classmates, Harry Truman, had ate there once. So.
I was not a classmate with Harry Truman.
You were?
No.
Was he the year after you?
He was like from Missouri or something like that. So.
Was he the year after you?
No, he was the president in the 1940s. I'm sure he went to school well before that.
What were you, 1912? But,
you have no concept of time. You think Civil War, JFK, done.
I don't even think about those things. I genuinely don't think about those things. Okay, I have some notes, but I have to find podcast. Okay. So I have a whole bunch of shit. Look at this. These are things to talk to you guys about on the pod. Here we go.
Oh, we did see the southernmost point.
Yeah.
We walked about halfway down the street, like, yeah, there it is. Okay.
Donna says, oysters, I'd rather swallow. Donna, you don't swallow?
Rude.
All right, let's talk about that for a minute. But here we go, talking about the sex again. And there are people that say that we should talk about politics more and sex less. But we talk about politics. We fight and we don't have sex. We talk about sex.
We're not getting done with the podcast.
At least if we talk about sex, we might have sex. Maybe you'll have sex. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe
it's like watching the Spice Channel scrambled.
It is horrifying for our kids. So sorry to the kids that watch. We're paying for at least some of your therapy. If you need more money for therapy, let us know. Should we shut that off? Does that make a humming? Can you guys hear a humming noise? But herein lies my point about spitting versus swallowing. Okay. Why are you doing that face again? It's logic, Doug. Logic. We're talking about logic.
It doesn't need to be talked about. In the 50s, they didn't talk about this stuff out loud.
Maybe that was part of the problem.
In the 60s, they started talking about this stuff out loud, and everything went to shit.
Okay.
Presidents, senators,
settle
civil
down,
rights leaders getting shot.
Donald Trump. We are not making America great again.
That's because people start talking about what they do
society completely. We're going to start off. We're going to buy an RV. We're going to travel the country. We're going to buy a piece of land. We're going to settle down, and one by one, our friends are all going to move there. We're going to build a beautiful commune/cult that I will be the leader of.
I don't know how you got to be the leader.
People we've talked.
You're not even the leader of this marriage.
That's not the point. And Donna's saying, I'm not even the leader of this marriage. Really?
Huh?
Really?
You just talk a lot, and that gives you the illusion of leadership, where a true leader like Harry S. Truman leads quietly.
It's friend.
And carries a big stick.
Tell me about the ways that you lead in our marriage.
I lead by keeping you in line, keeping you off the street for all these other gentlemen.
Certainly keeps
You're welcome,
me in line.
by the way.
Keeps me off the streets for other gentlemen.
Ask Mick.
Okay, first of all, that gives like a whole what do you call it?
What?
Like keeping me off the street for other gentlemen.
Yeah.
Let's ask your former boss about that. You make me sound like a streetwalker.
Well,
the moral of the story is, before I married Doug, my boss Mick was fascinated by my dating life, and he had a girlfriend, Aga, who's now his wife. They have a beautiful baby together, and so, but he would always like to hear about my dating, and I was dating quite a bit, and so he was like so baffled that Doug was finally able to settle me down, and I think a lot of my male friends see it as Doug taking one for the team, because for like mankind, like who's gonna settle this wild horse?
In reality, I don't think there was anybody man enough until I came along.
Sure. In any case, back to spitting or swallowing. If I have something in my mouth like this, and I then spit it out, I'm tasting it more because it's in my mouth for longer. But if it's like way down your throat and you just swallow, you're not tasting shit. I'm just saying. And also, you could make sure that you're hydrated. Maybe have a little pineapple juice. Make it a little bit more appealing for the ladies.
Well, here's the thing. Some girls don't do the down the throat thing. They just go.
What do you mean? Like they lick it like a lollipop?
Well, they can't. They're not
like an ice cream cone.
Yeah, pretty much. Then that's how you know to move on to the next one.
Yeah, because you were getting this. This is the thing. You don't like to talk about your sexual history.
No, I do not.
I'm an open book, and have you had? But you brought it up this time, and you said next one. Were you being global in the sense, or
hyperbole? Is that what you're saying?
Or did you actually have someone take your dick and then you were like, next?
Struggle is real.
And how many people sucked your dick?
Can we just move on from this topic?
Next subject. Let's see what we have. Yeah. Donna says next subject. And no sex for you. Who's not getting any sex?
I don't know why she said that.
And Donna Trey says no noise for. I don't know. But I will say that I want to talk about Dolly Parton yesterday. And I know we're a little late because we should have talked about it yesterday, but we were talking too long.
Go ahead.
So Dolly was, if you didn't see it, it's been all over the news. What rock have you been living under? So Dolly did a performance, and you said it was lip synced.
I thought it looked lip synced.
Most of those football performances are. I don't know if you can even get the audio right for that. In that kind of setting.
Prince did it.
Prince performed live?
Yeah.
So Dolly comes out and she's in a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader outfit. Fun fact, Dolly wears gloves. So you can see, she doesn't like people to see her hands, her aging hands. So she wears gloves.
And she always wears long sleeves because she has tattoos up and down.
I would love to see Dolly's tattoos. But she also has, she wore like a bodysuit underneath what she had on. So that'll help like make things look like tight and taut and, smooth any imperfections out. And she was out there in some stripper shoes. Get it, girl. But she was hanging on for dear life. She was holding on. So I'm a little worried about Dolly. And I think I don't want to see and Cher just did a performance. Cher was doing some stuff. But I was a little worried that she's hanging on to stuff.
I would think those two are about the same age.
They are.
And then apparently Dolly did a version of Heart of Glass with Debbie Harry from Blondie. And I would think that Debbie Harry's probably around 70, a little younger than that. So
sometimes I get baked and accidentally put notes that I have about other things into podcast notes and vice versa. Apparently, there's this little girl. It's a TikTok I saw, and this little girl is like, they're asking her, say when with the cheese, because Olive Garden has this cheese wheel. By the way, you can buy those from like Pampered Chef or Williams Sonoma, but Olive Garden will actually sell you one. They probably sell them for fairly cheap. And then she put the cheese in, you squeeze it, and wheel, cheese comes out. So this kid basically wants a whole thing of cheese. And the lady jokes with her. She goes, "Do you want me to put it in her water?" And she goes, "Oh, absolutely." She's like, "3." So this lady gets the little girl, puts it in her water, and she goes, "Put it straight in my mouth." And this little girl's like, "Ah."
Well, there's a commercial now where they do the cheese and the guy never says when, and then at the end of the commercial,
this is what happened with the little girl.
Yeah,
this would be me at the Olive Garden.
That's you're pretty much.
Go ahead. What, are you going to make some sort of inappropriate comment about it?
Yeah, I was about to, yes.
Go ahead, do it.
I was.
I dare you.
The moment's gone now.
All right, well, what do those comments say? Because I can't.
Donna says they're older than dirt, which means Cher and Dolly Parton are older than dirt.
Well,
But hey, they're out there. They're out there doing the thing.
They're doing better than I am. I don't. They're doing
the
amount of drug.
I will say this about the Dolly thing is that it's nice to see her recognized for the icon that she is, because she's up there, and I think there's not that many people that attain that level.
Well, and talk about
mutual respect.
Somebody coming from nothing. Like, she came from nothing,
and she told Elvis to go himself.
He wanted to buy. It wasn't Elvis so much as it was Colonel Taylor. That they wanted
Colonel Taylor?
Colonel Taylor, what was his name?
Colonel Parker.
Whatever, he was a fucking asshole. So he wanted Dolly. So Elvis wanted to do one of her songs. He was gonna do "I Will Always Love You." Dolly was like, "Great," and Colonel Parker was like, "Yeah, well, we want the publishing, or at least half." And she was like, "Go fuck yourself."
And the same thing happened to Jerry Reed. And Jerry Reed says, "If I don't sign this, then you have to go tell Elvis that he can't." Use my song, and they're like, we're not going to do that. So Jerry Reed was like the only one that bucked that whole system with Elvis, because Elvis had respect for him.
Well, but here in life,
that was a side note.
So Dolly in her comments said that she actually made a lot of money when Whitney Houston bought the song, because she owned the rights to the song, did very well. So one of the things that's really interesting is how much the music industry has changed. And I don't really know a lot about this, Doug would. Is that the publishing rights to your music is the big part. Like, you write a song, great. You perform a song, great. You have a hit, fucking great. But it's the rights to that song. And our friend Clarence Reed, may rest in peace, or Blowfly, as some people may know him, he had sold the rights to his music catalog, and it was fucking sampled by Jay-Z and like all these famous
and all
musicians.
those samples happened before the sampling laws came into effect, so he missed out on a lot of.
So he got fucked, and we did a fundraiser, and they raised enough money to save his house, which was good, but it was kind of scary. And then Donna says, "God bless them," about Dolly and Cher. I agree with them. Yeah, I agree with you about that. Hey, listen, God bless everybody. Actually, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. So something that came up for me recently. Oh wait, it's cold in here all of a sudden. Before I was roasting, now we're freezing. Like, this weather is crazy. Something that was interesting to me is how some people will come together just to fucking talk shit about people and tear them down and be just genuinely terrible. And that's, I guess, a way to come together with people you have in common that you're a fucking shitty person. Like, you can do that. And I don't think any of you guys do that. You would, like, that's not the kind of people that like this podcast.
Yeah.
Like, the people that like this podcast are really genuine, like, down to earth, nice people. But the thing that for me is, like, I want to fucking come together with people that celebrate. And it's like, you'll always look over my shoulder and I'm crying about some fucking stupid TikTok video because somebody had something good happen to them. And that's all I want. I just want the world to be filled with goodness, where like people feel good about each other and they're surrounded by good people that make them feel good about themselves. And, and actually, but what was actually really made me really super happy today? It's so stupid, but we were talking about the people. By the way, I don't even know the guy's name, the one guy. And he said he did okay in his divorce. And I was like, good for you. Because most men get fucked hard in the ass in their divorce. And he had a good time. So I'm not a good time, but a well enough time.
Some guys get fucked hard in the ass, and that's why they get divorced, because they like it.
I'm not gonna name any names.
It wasn't me, folks.
CT Tom Dog. to the point.
This would be used in some sort of court of
It
law
could
at
be,
some
but
point.
then you would have to be like, "Oh, I'm CT Top
Well,
Dog," and I would be like,
was
"Oh,
that
you
true?
are?
Was that
was
true,
you?
sir?
I
Yeah, that
didn't
was
know
that was true. That was true.
Good luck
So
suing me.
there's
Oh,
no
and I
case
have,
here?
by the way, I have nothing to sue me for. So.
Sue you for disability money.
Yeah.
Your roll of pennies, they said.
Just so you know, ladies, if you take your life off to raise your children and then you have to go back to work and then you become disabled and you think you have your entire life to earn money and you're not really worried about it and you become disabled, you're going to end up getting like $1,400 a month and you're pretty much fucked. So that's fun. And thank God Doug is a multi-millionaire.
Well, Lovey. Well, Lovey, I did well in the market back in '53.
What in Albertsons? Which market did you do well at? Publix. Doug went to Wegmans and saved 20%. So now we're loaded.
I'm not too proud to use a coupon.
So anyway, I don't know. I just listen. If you guys have anything in your life, people will be like, "Oh, people are all they do is post about their kids or whatever." Dude, I want to be there. I want to be there to support people when they're struggling as best as I can. And I want to be there with them to celebrate their successes. And I will celebrate a total stranger's success. So if you have something going on in your fucking life, I don't care how small it is. Like you fucking threw a tissue and it landed in the wastebasket, I will fucking cheer for you. You give me a call. Am I wrong? Will I not? If you have a problem, also I will solve it. All right, I'm going to just tell you right now. A lot of people call me with their problems. Call me, text me, email me. It's all day. It's all day, every day, people with their problems. And I don't know why they do it because I'm the fucking worst. This is
She's
what
like
happens.
Dr. Phil. Well, what you gonna do about it?
I am.
And then the other person says,
I
"Meet
am.
me outside." How about that?
Because I genuinely feel compassion for people and their problems, and obviously they know that their problem fucking sucks.
But you're all about the solution.
But I'm like, listen. I'm like Vanilla Ice. If you've got a problem, I'll solve it. You can even check out the hook when my DJ revolves it. But if you have a problem, like I'm going to be like, okay, well, here's the reality of the situation. What can you do about it? Let's do it. And one thing that I find incredibly frustrating, it's okay to be sad and frustrated and vent. And I probably don't give people enough space to do that. I'm working on it.
Like none.
None. But I want to solve the problems. I want to fix everybody. I want to fix everybody's problems and make them feel better. Because I wish, with my problems, I wish I had people that would come in and fix them. If you guys want to come and fix my problems, please. You want to come in
Tony's
with
going to come fix your steering
magical
fluid problem next week.
That would be good. He has to come in on Monday. If you want to come in and magically cure my illness, or if you would like to make my husband's penis a tiny bit smaller, or if you would like to, why are you giving me that look?
It's probably too much information for most people to handle.
If you would like to, if you'd like to put a bunch of money in my bank account, maybe buy me a nice house, give me an RV, I will take any of that. That's great. But listen,
You sound desperate.
I am desperate.
If you were chewing gum, you'd be desperate and unprofessional.
Okay. Sure. My point is that I want to help people in whatever way I can. If I had lots of money, I'd probably be just giving it to everybody. So then I had a sign of impending. Oh, so for whatever reason, I've gotten on divorce TikTok. So if you like something or follow enough videos of a certain category, that's what they send you in your For You page.
See, that's funny. That sounds like the worst thing to be attached to on TikTok.
Well, it's because we have, as many of you are aware, parental alienation is rampant in this country. And the family courts are just fucking broken. And, people will choose to put their hatred toward their ex ahead of their children. You have to love your kids more than you hate your ex. I don't care what the fuck your ex did. Your kids are more important than that. And so I was just really baked one night, and I was thinking about, after watching this, is that the kids will desperately want the attention of the parent that's not there for them. Mm-hmm. So say, for the sake of argument, one parent isn't consistently involved in the kid's life. One parent walks out on the kids. One parent isn't actively involved in their lives or whatever. That parent is always going to be the one that gets the fucking parade.
Because they have to chase it.
Because they're chasing, they're chasing that love and affection when the other person is fucking chopped liver because they're always there. Side note, especially true for ladies. This is the whole why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free thing. The men need to pursue a woman. So if you're looking to have a committed relationship, and I don't believe in playing games, but the reality is if you're just there and you're ready to go at all times, like save that for when you're married, because beforehand they want the princess in the fucking ivory tower. But I digress. So it's interesting because the about the parental alienation is that like there's just so many signs that you can see coming. And obviously one of them would be sudden interest in their fucking kids, that like, oh no, I wasn't interested, now suddenly I'm interested in having you be a part of your life. And then disparaging marks about the other parent, obviously. And the kids, like, well, what happens, at least what I've seen, is kids will like let a few things slip. And particularly early in a divorce situation, you'll find out like they're saying awful things about me to my child, because the kid will say, well, mom said or whatever, or dad said or whatever. And then another thing that I see is a big red flag is people like disparaging or not being willing to accept that the person has moved on into a new relationship. That's that, if your relationship is over, it didn't work out, you need to process your feelings about that. But, you can't expect the other person to be single for the rest of their lives. And here you have somebody in your child's life that wants to love them. The more people that love your kid, the better. P.S. Do you know, like, there are so many wonderful things about having additional co-parents. It means, like, if a kid is sick from school, now you have an extra person that can take out of work and pick up the kid. Like, be friends with your other people in this relationship dynamic. Find as many people that will be kind to you and your family and friends as you can. That's what we're doing. And by the way, if you're feeling like, hey, I need some friends, these people right here, the haters and the master haters are the nicest people you will ever meet in your life. Welcome to the tribe. And also, we feel really bad for you. And then, I don't know, I just thought that it was, and then the other thing that I saw that seems to happen a lot in parental alienation is a lot of public facing parenting, meaning they make it look to the rest of the world like they're an involved parent. Like they'll show up at PTA or, open house or whatever. But on the day to day, the kids are having to figure shit out for themselves. And so, I think that I don't know why it was in my notes, and I just thought it was like important to, talk about and the impact that it's having on our kids. Like and as a child of divorce myself, and of course a divorced parent and a stepmother, I've gotten it from all ends. It's just really important to me that we kind of come together as a society, because people are so divided and people feel so lonely. And, I think that, we've talked about this a lot on the podcast, is that people get categorized into different groups, be it the color of their skin, their religion, their sexual preference, their gender, their age. Like there are just so many ways to divide people. And I think we just need to find ways to come together. And the more people I engage with, the more I realize people are like, it's actually really funny. One thing that's come up about the podcast is I tell people all the time, like our new thing for like catchphrase, as it were, for marital hate is a podcast for fucked up people. And like, I tell people, I'm like, you don't want to listen to our podcast. It's fucked up. I say crazy shit. Doug puts his face in his hands. And invariably people are like, I need to watch that. And so I think people are like us. They're fucked up. What do you think?
I think everybody inherently thinks they're fucked up.
Yes.
So therefore, it's a good approach.
I don't think everybody thinks they're fucked up.
I think no, because I think even if you think you got it going on, there's still that insecurity. Like I'm a little fucked up. I got Uncle Ernie over here with the diddling, or I got the or my
What about Uncle Ernie? Tell me more about that. Show me more on the
character from Quadrophenia.
Doll that Uncle.
All right, so I'm just saying that I think everybody's got some sort of insecurity or something within their family or their past or whatever that they're not real proud of. So they think they're messed up, even if they have a picture perfect life. They're still thinking that they're not normal. Well, they're messed up.
That's the thing that's really interesting to me, because it seems like the people who have like the perfect lives are the people that are the most fucked up, and they can't even admit to themselves, like, okay, I have this challenge in my life, or whatever. They have to be perfect. And it's like, for me, I'm all about, and if you haven't watched the pod, you know, I'm all about being real. And I struggle in life. I struggle every day. I struggle today. We went to dinner. There was a beautiful family, and I just sat there and like was like thinking of all the ways that like I could have done better as a parent, or like all of my personal shortcomings, and it like came crashing on me in the middle of this meal, which by the way is why I don't normally drink, because I find alcohol to be a depressant. I'm not a fan. And I don't know that it was the alcohol. I don't know if it was because I was looking at this young family and really missing my kids, or, you know, it's this time of year. I don't know what it was, but it was just like something that came over me. And it's like, let's be real with that. Let's be real with one another, because people like, they don't feel connected to you when you're fake. Total strangers tell me their goddamn life story, because it doesn't get any more real than this fucking nonsense.
You're for reals.
There's a few things I'm not allowed to talk about on the podcast. And there's probably a few things I've said on the podcast.
There's some things that you,
like,
you probably should just leave unsaid.
See, that's my point. Is I don't think you should. I think people should be real with. They should be genuine. They should be real with people.
Be genuine. Be all those things. But there's some things.
The thing is, the things when you're keeping things to yourself, and you're trying to present a facade. It takes so much energy, and you're so disconnected.
But I think there's a way to do that without having a facade, right? That is a jet airplane flying over our heads. There was one this afternoon when I ran to the store. It was like 50 feet over the houses. Big old jumbo jet. Anyway, I don't know if you guys heard that. Anyways, I was thinking, like, you don't have to have a facade. You could be legit and down to earth.
You're saying
there's just some stuff you don't need to talk about.
But here's my point, though, is I think that we should talk about whatever we're comfortable talking, and people can, like, I can be talking about.
But you're comfortable talking about anything to anyone.
Yes.
Some people are not,
and that's up to them, and they get to set their own boundaries.
Are fine with having no clothes at a bar, and then other people don't like the clothes at the bar.
All I can say is that everybody gets to set the boundaries for themselves. Yeah. But for me,
clothes are a boundary.
I find that being open with people and honest with people and very real with people, that they feel more comfortable with me, which is good, and we feel more connection. And I think that that's what's missing in today's society is connection. Mm-hmm. And I think, like, even, okay, it sucks that we have a world where divorce exists, which is interesting because I read something recently about how people are not meant to be married for long periods of time. Like, the initial concept of marriage was like, I got to figure out where I found this, but it was something about how originally marriage was only meant to last, 10 years or so, because people didn't live very long. Mm-hmm. You get married at 20 and you were dead by 30, 35. So
you're dead of cholera.
And maybe marriage isn't, listen, I've been married multiple times, so maybe marriage isn't meant to last. I should not have been, I'm stupid. I can't pick them. Doug may be the exception to the rule. I think so far.
So it's only been 10 years. Nobody's had cholera yet.
Fucking Wednesday night, he fucked up good in the heart, but for the most part, he doesn't suck for the most part. But I think, like,
and I know the cheat codes.
He knows the cheat code. It's the clock. It saves him every fucking time. But my point is that, like, people are so divided. If we can come together in whatever way we can come together, and if sure, maybe you have a marriage that doesn't work out. Maybe you married the wrong person. Maybe they change. Maybe you change. Maybe there's something you just can't forgive. And by the way, you should. If you have something, anyone, anywhere that you are having a hard time forgiving, you got to forgive them for yourself, not for them. It's like holding on to a grenade and trying to fucking explode the other person. That's just not going to work. I don't know if that made any sense.
It didn't, but it did.
Okay, cool.
I know what you meant. I know what you meant.
So even if you have a divorce, like, let's find a way to connect with the people in that situation. Even if you have conflict with people, like. Put yourself in the other person's fucking shoes. And what I see, and I don't leave the house a lot, but you talk to a lot of people online. What I see day to day is people who are desperately in need of connection.
I think everybody likes connection. I think people that come from a positive frame of mind, they look for that connection. They want that connection.
I think it's human nature to want connection. However, some people have had bad experience with connections, and they're like, skittish shelter dogs.
Well, yeah, but and then also like if they are feeling bad about themselves, or they are feeling like they don't want to know you, like they will be introverts, and they will be like they don't, it's because it's a lot of effort to.
But some people listen. You don't have to be outgoing to connect with people, though. I mean, how many introverted friends do we have? Because you and I are both, extrovert on the level of, although we both have our introverted moments, but for the most part, you and I are like extrovert times 10, right? But a lot of our closest friends are quiet people, and they gravitate to people like us because we will bring the party to them.
Right.
They can be on the outskirts. They can be a part of things. They don't have to if they don't want to, and they know that we're going to love and accept them for who they are. So I don't think. I just want people to connect. So if you can find, listen, you can go out in the world and you can buy a bunch of fucking crap. It's Black Friday. And again, if you need crap and it's on sale, buy the crap. But in terms of going into debt for the holidays or stressing yourself out, don't do that fucking shit. Connect with people. That is the best thing
memories,
you can do. And let me just tell you, when you are stressed, make memories. If you're stressed out, trying to make the perfect holiday, make yourself look perfect, your kids look perfect, the holiday perfect card, the house look perfect, the tree look perfect, buy the perfect gifts, and you're trying to work to pay for it all, blah, 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 and all the things that you do.
Blah, blah, blah.
The one thing you're not doing the entire time is connecting. Just connect. And actually, I saw a really cool thing that people are doing. It's kids, they get 4 gifts every Christmas.
Something they need, something they want.
Something to need, something they want, something to read, and something to wear. I think that is a great tradition.
Reading's overrated.
I haven't been reading as much as I was, but I disagree with you. I think reading is a good thing.
It's fundamental.
And I do enjoy a good book on tape, and I think that if we were RVing, we would be doing a lot of audiobooks. But I will say, I'm fucking rocking out with whatever ridiculous music we feel like listening to on the way home in the car. Actually, the Volvo is the place for books on tapes. Trademark, Stacey Hayes-Keir. I'm getting a drink.
That's because you need to be intelligent to both listen to books on tape and to drive a Volvo.
Okay, can I just say for the record, the Volvo is registered in my name, and
you're intelligent.
When was the last time you downloaded a book on tape? Was it a book on tape that I told you to
I don't think you download a book on tape. That's your first mistake.
Didn't I give you access to my Audible account so you could listen to
that's
the
not a book on tape. That's an audiobook. That's an audiobook.
It's the same thing.
Book on tape.
Oh.
Back in 1992, before they
side note,
before they stopped putting cassette decks in cars.
My friend Zach called me the other, and I meant to ask him more about this story, but and shout out to the community theater he's working with tonight. But my friend Zach called me the other day to thank me for recommending The 4 Agreements by Miguel Ruiz, which I highly recommend.
It's good.
Because apparently sometimes I'm right about things. And then I gave him 5 other pieces of unsolicited advice, and he wasn't too happy. He was like, shut up.
I have a slight correction. I believe 2004 was the last year that cassette decks were standard in automobiles. I could be wrong, but I believe it was 2004. Thank you.
Okay.
So if you have a newer car than 2004, you might not want to do the books on tape.
Well, nobody's doing books on tape. You can get Audible through Amazon now, and that's what people do. I just wanted to just quickly give you the 4 agreements, but you should download the audiobook.
Take as many as you like, or all 4.
No, take all 4.
Completely your choice.
Be impeccable with your word. Speak with integrity. That's so important to me. It's so important, and it's.
Say you're gonna do something, do it.
Yeah. But here's the thing about me. As you have noticed, I might be a little vomity with the words, and
it's attractive.
Vomity.
Not the words. I'm just saying, vomity is just
maybe not. But sometimes I'm a little. It's not attractive. That's kind of the point.
The dog ate something bad and was vomity.
It really was. That's a whole.
Okay, it was a different. That was yesterday's story. Okay, never.
We can go back to that in a minute. Now you got me all riled up.
That was a bad story.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get into that story in a minute, but so being impeccable with your word, just saying what you mean, and it's hard. You guys have probably noticed on the podcast, sometimes I put my foot in my mouth, sometimes I put my whole fucking leg in there, sometimes I put my leg in my ass.
She has foot and leg disease.
It's not good. And I think that you can hear what's in my brain, and you can understand what I'm saying, and I realize that I'm a crazy person, so you probably don't. But I say things, and when somebody says to me like that hurt my feelings or that wasn't okay, I'm like, I feel so bad. I like will almost invariably start crying immediately. So P.S. If I've said something to bother you on the podcast in real life, on a text message, on a tweet, whatever, please tell me. And also, please brace yourself. I'm probably going to cry because I'm going to feel so bad about it. So, again, I probably offended you 20 times tonight. You might see a grown woman cry. Sorry. I don't ever want to hurt anyone.
Don't take it personally, because that's one of the goddamn agreements.
Yeah, that's one of the agreements.
Jesus Christ.
Well, we haven't gotten that far yet. So, but be impeccable with your words. So I try to be impeccable. I try to act with integrity in everything I do. I try to do the right thing. That's just really super important to me. And I don't know where that comes from, but it's something I do. The second one is don't take anything personally. So like Wednesday night, we didn't have a good night. I needed Doug to be there for me. I was not having a good day. He took it as a personal attack. It just wasn't a good situation. Where do we both fail? Well, we both failed because we took it personally. Like I took Doug not being there for me when I needed him as a personal attack, but really he was dealing with his own shit. And Doug took me like talking about how I was feeling as a personal attack. And it wasn't. It was about like, hey, it was about me and what I want for my life and what I want for our lives. And so I think it's just really important to just realize like everybody's dealing their own little experience. So it's not about you. Like 999% of the time, it's about them. And what's going on in their world. Just keep that in mind. The third agreement is don't make assumptions.
Because when you assume, Felix,
okay.
make an ass of you and me.
I struggle with this one. So I used to make assumptions about everything, and I am like a little psychic about stuff. Like I called some stuff.
Yeah, you have.
But I also will be like, ask more questions. And I always think you should ask questions. And sometimes people will be offended by you asking questions, but the right answer is it's just a question. I'm just trying to understand a little bit better. That will help. But people do get offended by questions. And it's like, well, would you rather I make assumptions? So what happens is when you ask someone a question, they assume you're attacking them.
Right. But you're really asking questions to make a better assumption.
Clarifying. No, you're asking clarifying questions because you want to understand.
Right.
So
because you don't want to assume.
Okay. Here's a perfect example. We just ordered these business cards, and they're a business card with a sticker on them. And we were so excited to bring them to Key West with us to promote the podcast. And we promoted the podcast while we've been down here, but not the way we wanted to. And so Doug ordered them, and they come in, and the die cut wasn't where it was supposed to be, and the material wasn't where it was supposed to be. It was the whole thing. And so when they came in, I was like, oh, they look, at first glance, they look gorgeous. They look
great.
But when you got into it, it wasn't what we wanted at all. And so not usable for our purpose. We'll use them for something else. So what? We don't know. We have 500 of them, by the way. 500?
No,
200?
Like 100 maybe.
Okay. So the first question is like what happened? Who? Yeah. And Doug was like, and I'm like, wow, they really fucked this up. And Doug's like, and I jumped to the conclusion, which is bad. I assumed that the company fucked up because my baby's perfect.
Well, they show you it's a business card, right? Standard business card side, and a piece of it
peels off,
right? So I provided them a die line, which is technical. It shows you where to cut. So I included that in the artwork. I'm like, this is where you cut, boom, 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 boom. So they sent a proof back, and I was looking at the proof for the printing quality and make sure all the artwork was there, et cetera, et cetera. And so I just want to answer this for Jay. Jay, they included the brown M&Ms. He wants to know why I'm not playing the Rhino tonight. The Rhino is the site of our 40th high school reunion. I was asked to play. And I did not go because we're in the Florida Keys right here. We're in the Keys.
It was
come on down, Jane.
We don't have an invitation to Thanksgiving in Massachusetts.
Yeah, so we came.
It would have been the most hectic time to travel, and it would have been very expensive. So.
And it's cold. It's cold up there. So get me back in the boat for the topic.
So we were talking about the stickers. So the stickers.
So anyways,
without the technical nonsense.
Yeah.
there was some sort of issue on both ends.
Yeah.
And
I should have seen it on the proof. I provided the artwork correctly. I should have seen it on the proof, but I didn't. And so the stickers came back. They weren't trimmed.
But they were stickers and not business cards.
They were stickers and not business cards.
So it's
they advertised it as a sticker, as a business card with a piece that removed, but it was just some lousy sticker.
It's just not a good situation. So we're going to get our money back. It was like $150. But
use it for
well, we will use them for something else, but I want my money back. So, but the point is to ask questions, to ask clarifying questions, to have a better understanding of the situation, because you never know. So, like, I love that Jay came in, and what did he do? Ask a motherfucking question. Go, Jay.
And Jay kind of knows a lot of stuff.
I can't believe you didn't show him that Elvis.
Oh, Jay, I don't know if you're still watching, but there was a robotic Elvis head on Facebook Marketplace.
$200. I was like, don't Jay Gordon, don't Jay Gordon.
It was like
he didn't tell you.
A lifelike. It was a little too lifelike and a little weird, and it was like rubbery, and it would like dance. And,
it was good.
Yeah, it was just the head. It was just like from here up.
Yeah,
I'm sure you've seen it. If not,
you have it, it's still there.
It's still at $200.
And then the fourth agreement is to do your best, and that's the thing. So here's the thing that he goes into in the book that I highly recommend you listen to. This book is great, and you can listen to it multiple times. Fun for all ages. Everybody can get something out of it, but listen to it more than once. Is to do your best. So we as human beings, we are the only creatures that will beat ourselves up over and over again. Like, there's not a squirrel out there that's like, oh fuck, that time in 8th grade,
should cross the street better.
I should never worn that shirt to school because I would get a nickname from it, never be stopped calling it again for the next 20 years. No squirrel is doing that, right? So
squirrel doesn't even know what day it is.
Squirrels are fucking doing it way better than we are in so many ways. I don't think I want to be a squirrel now. I think I'm going to become one of those furry people.
Oh, geez. That's all we need.
We had a podcast about furry people and the ones that use butt plug tails.
Yeah, I don't know why it goes to that. Yeah, we don't really need to go there.
Where was I going with this? Trying your best. So
try your best.
Best varies. I still want to be a squirrel. Trying your best varies from day to day. So like my best, my best on Wednesday was not killing myself. And I don't know how I managed to pull that off, but there I went. That's how I got through the day. My best today was forcing myself to go to breakfast.
Yeah.
Forcing myself to take a nap.
Forcing yourself to the library, the butterfly.
The butterfly museum. I went to the butterfly and I sat and sat and sat and sat.
Yeah,
I sat, one, because I was happy to have a good spot to have the butterflies come to me. But the other thing was I didn't want to be close to people and I didn't want to get fainty, and because it's very warm in there and I have a hard time standing because my heart can't pump the blood from my feet up. So standing is really hard. So I just sat and let people go by, and I would look for a break in the crowd, and I sat. But that was my best, and I did it.
Folks doing it.
If I had just gone whole hog
you would have passed out.
It would have been miserable for me. I wouldn't have enjoyed it at all.
Friends with the flamingo.
I made friends with the flamingo. We made friends with nice people from Colorado. This guy had $100,000 into his Jeep that he modded out. Sold it for $75,000. Jeep mods, ladies and gentlemen, you get pennies on the dollar back. Jeep mods are like, in Florida, you add a pool, it adds to your resale value. But in the rest of the country,
well, I don't know if Jay knows this, but he's my financial advisor. So, and I'm sure he would not advise me to put $100,000 into a Jeep. Just saying.
No, he wouldn't. But
it's always nice to know that I have Jay as my back.
Here's the thing: if you can make the Jeep weigh more than a ton, there's some people. I was watching something about a guy who managed to write his Gladiator off for tax purposes.
What do you do with like glue cinder blocks to it or something? What do you do? Fill it with water?
Do you know that you can write off the interest on an RV if you code it right for tax purposes?
Oh, it's a coding. Well, Jay advised me.
Just like you can for your mortgage, is the same thing.
Well, I have a mortgage guy,
and your
we do like our mortgage guy. Yeah, George is our mortgage guy.
You need a mortgage guy? We've got you. Jay is a financial advisor.
Yes.
Is he fee based or is he?
He's fiduciary. I don't know. I don't know who's
if you're looking to plug your business, believe it or not, we got friends with some money.
Oh, we do. You know what? Yeah, it's a long story, but we were at dinner one night. And I was telling everybody telling my son who was going to UMass that this guy went to UMass. He's a millionaire, and of course my friend is not exactly a millionaire, whatever, in the grand sense. So
I think
my other friend, oh, he went to UMass. He's also a millionaire. Laughed it off.
But these are like, what one would describe as,
both
typical
Doherty graduates, by the way.
middle-aged men. But both, typical
Well put
middle-aged
together,
men. They worked
great guys.
they worked a long time in their careers. They've worked hard and they've done well for themselves, and good for them.
Yeah.
And then you look down the table.
And then the actual millionaire who
Loaded.
is loaded because he's like a land baron essentially.
My friend Charlie comes on the podcast.
Charlie.
He'll tell you. He has a massive dick. I mean, like the size of a wiffle ball bat, and his parents left him.
Not germane to the story. You can be rich without.
It is germane to the story. No, but it's germane to the story that like the guy doesn't have to work. He's got a massive schlong, and his parents left him a bunch of money and land.
Yeah.
Charlie's pretty much living the dream. Although he can't seem to find a nice lady.
Well, the ladies are scared off by his wiffle ball bat.
Well, I would be. I am. But yeah, so Doug looks down the table and says, and Charlie, by the way,
that guy right there?
Charlie's got like long, scraggly
wearing the
hair.
hat and the open shirt down here.
A silk shirt on, a button down to here. He's very slender. He's 6'4", probably weighs about 140 pounds. And lives in his own, like Charlie. Y'all think I live in my own little fucking world? Charlie lives in Charlie Land, and he does Charlie, and he does Charlie well. As a matter of fact, there's a beautiful video of Charlie dancing in my kitchen on my Facebook wall. Y'all get to see it.
So what I'm saying with that is that you just never know who's going to be the loaded one or who's going to have big schlong. You just don't know.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now who the loaded one is going to be.
Could be anybody.
Anyone in Key West will be loaded, and I mean in the alcohol section.
Oh, in the alcohol,
because they're going to push the booze on you.
Yeah.
So we talked about an Elvis head.
Yeah.
We talked about Key West adventures.
Key West adventures have been fun today.
We talked about that you can become a millionaire in a lot of ways, and sometimes it looks like you.
Sometimes you hit on a scratch ticket. You just never know.
Sometimes you can work hard and get the right education and make the right connections, and sometimes it looks like you got into a field that you just got lucky with. It's maybe made a good investment. There's a lot of ways to become rich, and I think people think that the only way most people get rich is by winning the lottery.
Well, other people get injured in an accident and call Feinstein and for Lizzie.
Hey, listen, if you're gonna get injured in an accident, call my buddy Rob.
Who's the guy that I met?
Rob Noah.
Sokolov. I met Sokolov. He was wearing a matching tracksuit when I met him. It was fantastic. Tracy wants to get kind of graphic here. She would apparently need to be as deep as a wiffle ball bat to accommodate the wiffle ball bat.
That's what I'm fucking saying. Like, you don't want your intestines falling out.
Elastic that way. You can accommodate whatever you need.
Well, people do that.
You had two babies in there. You had two babies in there.
They didn't go out my twat. I had them ripped out of my, like in Aliens or like Braveheart. They just
but they were in there. There's room for two 8-pound babies.
That's your vagina.
Do you think somebody has a 16-pound cock? I don't think so.
Charlie might. Donna says, John, not Sean. What? John and I went to Key West.
These young kids got a lottery ticket and obviously won big. The guy said, sign this thing immediately and go to the lottery tomorrow. So
it's a pretty big deal. But listen, I would love to win the lottery. I have aspirations of winning the lottery. We should probably buy a lottery ticket tomorrow. Not the point. The point is that for most working class Americans, it just seems so out of reach. And it's because, and this is why I recommend everybody read the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It's incredible. Or download the audiobook, is that you don't have to have money to get rich. You can get rich if you're a fucking janitor just as well as you can get rich if you're a lawyer. How many people do we know?
Just don't go buying stupid shit.
Y'all, listen,
that's just my financial
A lot of people live well beyond their means. We do not. That is how we got through this last year. We have old ass fucking cars. We are not trying to impress anyone. We're just trying to do what works for us. And we have friends. And I was a financial advisor, Jay. I don't know if you're still here, but I'm sure you could chime in on this one. You see the people with the nice cars, the nice house, the nice clothes. 90% of them cannot afford it. They can't afford it. Or all they do is work. And it's okay to have nice things. And if you enjoy those things, but ask yourself what the cost is and can you really afford it? Do what you like. Never worry about what anybody else wants. Do what makes you happy, because you're not really happy if you're doing what other people want.
Unless you're a follower and a sheep.
Yeah. Well, my problem is that I really don't feel the need to blend in with today's modern society.
Shocker.
And but it's a problem because I really love people, but then I get to know them and I fucking hate them. Or they want me to act like a certain way.
But
like,
there's an art.
Me and Charlie are more like goddamn Catholic school. It makes.
But you have to have the art
like
to like people for the piece of them that you like that, and let the other stuff just fall. You just let the other stuff fall. Like it's very rare that you like anybody 100%. Like you like somebody 100%.
No, but shoot, you met me. Is it very rare that I like somebody 100%?
You love everybody. I'm
hot and cold. I love everybody the minute I meet them.
Yes.
And when I'm done, I'm done. Done.
Like Big Doug.
Done.
Hello.
I just release them with love. I'm just like, okay, well, like this person's like, and maybe that's wrong.
Well,
I don't know, but
that's
like,
the thing.
I'm like, okay,
if they actively like disappoint you in some way and they're not the friend.
Well, okay, so the people that I have chosen to not have a part of my life anymore, which there's been quite a few in the last year.
Some of them are just not worth the effort.
Can you think of a single one that I decided I wasn't going to put the effort into anymore that didn't fucking screw up? Not screw up. I don't disappoint me in an egregious way.
Yeah, it's that disappointment layer.
Like multiple times.
Yeah, right.
I mean, you have to really like.
And there's certain lines that somebody can cross that you're just like, okay, it's a deal breaker.
It's actually really funny because I can't do this for myself, but I do it with my friends. Like when my friends will have, actually my friend Zach, this has happened several times with Zach, and I'm just using Zach as an example because I've done this with every one of my friends where somebody is toxic in their life, and I'm like, you need to set a boundary with them, or you need to cut them off. Like this, nope, people cannot treat you that way, and it's tough because I have a hard time doing it myself, and that's why I always talk to Zach about it, because it's something, it's just one of those many things we have in common is that we both, we like people, and we think people have good intention. We think that people have the same heart we do, and then, well, I think that, I don't know if Zach does, but we'll get to know people and think that they're and then find out to be disappointed by them later, and that's happened to both of us several times. And it's tough because it gets hard. And I think that this is something you saw when you were dating, is that once you've been hurt, it's harder and harder to let people in.
Well, I think it's the more you are on your own and in your own world or whatever, the more it's harder to let people in too.
That too. Yeah, but I think there's like, that. And then, so what keeps people from connecting? It's their
being little bitch asses.
Being little bitch asses for sure, but like not feeling scared that they'll get hurt.
Right. Yeah,
fear of rejection.
Yep.
Insecurities
of that nature.
Maybe past trauma. Like past trauma will fuck you up, and it'll fuck up your health. So I don't know.
Tracy has a comment that she affords her lavish lifestyle. Hang on.
Dude, you guys are living the dream.
By having multiple incomes for multiple people to pay for it. This is how she knows that she would do fine in a hippie commune.
Yeah.
It's called a tithe.
It's actually funny that you should say this. Like we have a lot of friends that are really just living life in a way that I have so much respect and appreciation for. And like, okay, so let's go down that list. Trace is OG lesbian. So she's been a lesbian. She and her wife, Becky,
card carrying.
They've been together for years, which I have so much respect for. That's not an easy thing to do. What are you doing? I have so much respect for it because that was such a hard thing to do, especially back then. Obviously it's gotten easier over time, so it's probably easier for you than it was for your predecessors. But here we are. They live with their family. The whole family moved down to Georgia with this beautiful new property with it's a main house, or a pool, fenced in yard. I'm not going to give you her address, but it's fucking sweet. And they're all together. And I would love that. I used to talk how many times did we talk about having a family compound?
I would love to have this house or that way.
That would be to bring all the good people together. That's the dream for
No,
me.
it wouldn't be so bad.
She's got her family all together. They've got their dogs. They have a camper. She's a beautiful new
Hey,
truck.
pipe it down. Pipe down there.
Is it the people?
No, I don't think it's the people.
Oh, it's other people, not the screamers. So anyway, what were we talking about?
Oh, just living in a commune and having everybody around you.
So Trace and Bex are fucking living the dream. Then you got Charlie, who lives on 14 acres with his own pond. He's got
That's his dream. That's a
he's
good
living
dream.
with his dog. He's got a biodome and a fifth wheel. I don't know which one he's decided to spend the winter in as of yet.
Cold out.
I think he would like to have a lady friend, but again, I don't know anybody who's willing to risk losing all their intestines. But that's pretty much living the fucking dream right there. But then look at Art and Michelle. They're traveling the country. They fucking nudist resort after nudist resort. They've got their Jeep. They do it.
And look at us.
Off-roading.
Look at us.
We're kind of living the dream. I mean, listen, we moved to Florida. We're trying to find our way. We're working through. I would say we're living the dream, but I think a lot of people would dream of being able to handle their problems as well as we handle ours. That's I think that's what's special about us.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Is that
we're not
able to
without our
laugh.
struggles, but
We laugh no matter how terrible things are, and
yeah.
I think that's
I
something.
think it's the approach to every day. Like it gets us down sometimes.
If I were going to give anyone any advice in life, in the world, is one thing that I know with every fiber in my being, is that if you can fucking find a silver lining and find ways to fucking laugh, you will be able to get through anything. Because I've fucking experienced it.
Yeah, very much.
I'm very cold. We live in Southwest Florida and it's fucking cold. I'm shivering. What do you got?
Donna says, I go to the bank when I want to handle my problems.
Okay, sure. Bring cash. Do you
Yeah, but
pay for anything?
I think Donna
On a credit
sometimes just
card.
goes to the tool shed and gets a hammer when she needs to handle some problems.
Maybe she's robbing banks. I feel like Donna would not get away with robbing banks.
Oh,
She's
probably
both
not.
loud.
Oh, right. Yeah. Well,
She
and-
moves
yeah,
fast,
would
though.
know.
She's-
She does. She's
quite spry.
She's out of there.
Oh, and that's another one that's living the fucking dream. Donna has she has a camper up in New Hampshire on friends of ours, or her friends originally, but I've become friendly with them. Cliff and Ron, nicest guys you could ever meet. This property is gorgeous. They have their camper up there. Then they've got their beautiful home in Weymouth. It's just an adorable little cottage,
Yeah.
right a block from the beach.
Yeah.
Then they've
Oh,
got a Jeep and a Camaro, and they're coming down to visit us, and they cruise. They do all kinds of cool stuff. That doesn't mean they don't have their problems, but their lives are pretty great.
Yeah,
They've got a family that loves them.
Yeah.
Family drama like we all have. Well, maybe they have a little extra, but they love each other. They've been together for 100 years.
Yeah.
Not 100 years. They're not that old. But their lives look pretty good. Just Jay Gordon, is Jay the one that goes to the games all the time?
Yeah. Jay's your ticket.
Jay's
guy.
always
You're-
at the
you're
Red
friendly.
Sox games.
Jay's living. He's got his dog.
He's got a
his
beautiful
wife.
bald head.
His daughters.
By the way, Jay,
She likes the
He looks
Baldies.
good.
She likes the Baldies.
hey.
He's also Jewish. Do you
We
like
say-
Jews?
I love Jews.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
Do
You can't be
know
too careful.
So a Jewish guy I went out with told me that, like, on a first date, by the way, at Alma Nova,
Oh.
of all places, I had the scallop risotto. I just remember the scallop risotto was so good. But nice enough guy, CEO of a Boston-based tech company, and he's Jewish, Israeli, like Jewish, and he's like, a Jewish woman can divorce her husband if he doesn't satisfy her sexually, and I'm like, that's good to know. I'm like, that's not a bad line. You should lead with that in bars. Or
So a Jewish woman can okay.
yeshiva.
All right.
It's interesting how, and please, I'm paraphrasing. This is my brief understanding. This is probably going to offend everyone.
Oh.
But when Jews get married, they have the marriage ceremony, but they also have a contract that they sign.
I like that.
It's
I
like
like
a prenup.
I like a contract kind of situation. I like that.
Can you pull those comments up? I just can't do it.
We have Donna says 45 years together, 40 years married, still your best friend.
That's amazing.
And then Kimberly Matcher is crying, laughing.
Oh, good.
or just crying.
How do we know Kimberly Batcher?
I don't know. I don't know how
Shout
we know.
out to Kimberly Batcher.
Wait, is Kimberly somebody we met today? Because she
possible.
may be.
I'm super high, and the screen is way over there.
Yeah,
so
we're working on a smaller laptop.
She looks pretty though.
But welcome.
She looks like a pretty lady.
I'm glad she wasn't.
Yeah, I am Facebook friends with Kimberly Batcher, and she's beautiful. That's the one. Holy shit! That's the people that we just met. Oh my god!
We don't know this person. We just met you 5 minutes ago.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Hotel
friends.
That's all right. Wait, that's giving them the wrong idea. We're hotel friends.
They are.
It feels like we're
especially considering they were staying in a clothing optional
hotel.
hotel.
And the other thing is too is when we're leaving, like the fighting people are next door to them, and they're like, "Yeah, come on over. We have it was a small, a small room, but we can make it work." You're inviting hotel friends over. We have hotel friends.
We brought, dude.
Oh my goodness!
Do you notice these chairs?
Yeah, these chairs are from the common.
We took the chairs from the pool.
I'll return them. I'll return them. We don't want to get.
And we're hoping that
we don't want to be on the crap list.
Because I think those people just got back. Like, I hope we're not too loud, but it's not.
We should wrap it up because we should.
Oh my god.
Running out of juice.
You guys had a good
Kimberly.
dinner. We actually talked about you at the start of the podcast. You should definitely watch it. It was so nice to meet you.
She did talk about the old balls on the closing option.
I was like, I want to see the old balls. I'm going up there tomorrow. Those stairs though. Oh my god. Anyway, we're gonna do our gratitude real quick.
Gratitude.
I think we've gone full circle tonight, right? We talked about literature, the 4 agreements.
Right.
We talked about
we kind of
cars. We talked about
community and people working together.
Dick ass balls, blowjobs, ejaculate.
Yeah. Religion,
spirituality, divorce, parental. We covered it all. So
usually around 2:00 in the afternoon is old ball time. Apparently that's
when. Let me just tell you right now,
when the sun is warm.
When you're married to Doug, it's old ball time 24/7. What? What? It's old ball time.
They don't make that noise.
He loves to have his balls touched. Like, that's his favorite thing. Ladies.
Who doesn't?
Ladies, do not, and gentlemen, do not neglect the balls.
All right, so Tracy says, I would like to say how thankful I am to have the love of my mother-in-law. Sandy was the sweetest woman who did not have a lot, but we can give you the last article of clothing on her back. She welcomed me into her home and her family with no questions. Happy birthday in heaven, Mom. Would have been 69 today. Well, we wish Sandy an incredibly happy heavenly birthday.
I think she's looking down very happy.
See, that's the thing. That's what when you have like dead in-laws or dead parents, you got to act a certain way because they're looking down, and I don't know what they can do. I don't know what kind of smite they can bring for us, but and she's laughing at my old balls apparently. So thank you.
I thought she was laughing at Tracy's comment, and I thought that was fucked up, Kim. No, she would never do that. But you know who would think that was hilarious? And I just said that was fucked up, Kim. Is Tracy. Tracy, you feel like dying over there. See, Tracy, I really, I'd like to know more about her sometime. So we'll have to chat. We'll eventually. Our next road trip's gonna have to be a little bit more budget because we're gonna be out of points.
No, you'll find a way to flip it and stick it to the man at Discover Card or one of these.
100,000 points from Chase Ink Biz Card. I paid for this trip, motherfuckers.
I'll just start making money.
I'm just gonna make fucking not work and just flip credit cards all day long.
I'm gonna come up with something.
My flipping credit cards has been working out pretty well for us. It's been like an extra $1,000 a month.
It's not bad. How do they tax you on that?
It's a discount.
It's a discount because it's not real money.
Yeah. Money's not real. Kids, money's
not real.
Money's
a construct.
It used to be backed by the gold bar. It's not anymore. Money is not real. It's Fugazi.
Somebody also said that gender is a construct, which I'm like,
gender is like a biological thing.
Well, technically, you're born one or the other. Well, some people, like Lady Gaga, are born. I don't know, I'm just spreading rumors, but some people are born with two active situations.
I used to think that I had both.
Really? You don't.
My clit would like stick out so much.
Well, I'm grateful that it doesn't stick out that much anymore.
No, it did. Even when I was married, I think we were still dating, and I was like playing with myself one day while we were on the phone, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I used to have a tiny dick. Maybe I was a hermaphrodite and they gave me medication and didn't tell me. There's a lot of holes in my childhood. Tracy said, "Baha, I may have smited looks."
Oh, okay.
Wait, what? What part of this are you concerned?
Grateful this podcast is over. Because I don't know what the hell else is coming out of you. Literally. Thank you.
Oh, we're back on that. I think I might have had.
Keep your chapstick to yourself.
Would it change the way you feel about me if I used to have a dick?
Probably not.
What if I woke up?
What if you woke up and had a dick?
And I grew a dick? We've talked about this before.
Yeah, then we have to.
We're gonna have to save this for Monday, I think, because it's 9:41. So
there's some things that you're gonna want to be doing with that newfound dick that I'm probably not
here really on Monday. How would me growing a dick change the way Doug views me? How would it change our relationship? If you guys could remind us, we'll do that on Monday. We're finishing up our gratitude.
Thanks for joining.
Trey says, what a way to end the podcast. Margaritas must have been good. He had a half a margarita 2 hours ago. Me with the Canada soil. I just took it a little while ago. It did kick it. Yes. Donna says, life insurance. I have life insurance to give Doug. He doesn't have anything for me. I have to find a husband. Todd, Huddy, Charlie are my options. Let me know when you're at home and I will do a video tour for you. Nice. Oh my God, I would love that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
I would do it now except I'm really high. Okay, so gratitude, and then we'll talk to you on Monday. Remind us to talk about how our relationship would change if my husband grew a dick. And perhaps
wait, I already have one. It's no secret.
Sorry.
No secret.
I grew it. He has it. I've talked about it.
What if I grew another one?
How would that? See, now I want to talk about this. Can you guys please remind me on Monday that we're talking about if your partner, their gender changed? How would you feel about that?
Or,
I don't mean like I don't mean in like I have been a woman for 30 years, and I decided that I want to live my life as a man, or that I've been a man inside. Whatever those feelings are that you're having, I'm talking about somebody that just wakes up and suddenly they have different genitals.
Okay, I was wondering if you were going to change your name to Victor.
Why would I change my name?
I don't know. What would your name be?
Well, I think my parents were going to name me Sean if I was a boy.
No plans with a man, said Tone Loke.
I don't know. I don't think you don't even have to change your name. You just have different sex parts.
That's right. Well, Stacey.
Oh God, we got to talk about this Monday. I will go all night. Kimberly says, Caitlin. Donna says, run.
It's overused.
Tracy said, it's an elephant. See, this is why we have to talk about this on Monday. We have to talk about this Monday. And Kimberly this is like Bruce Jenner. Yeah. Well, except he made a choice. We're talking about you just like woke up one morning and boom. You know, like sometimes you wake up and you're like, oh, I have this pimple. Where did that come from? Like that, but with a penis or a vagina. It's whatever you should choose. She says, I'm still confused about that. Bruce Jenner.
Yeah,
yes,
it really is.
Yes,
it's really
yes.
But there's that great photo where Howard Cosell was with O.J. Simpson and Bruce Jenner. I think there's one other person that's like, he was like reporting to the future. He goes, you guys aren't going to believe what happens to this photo. Because
herein lies the problem. I could talk all night tonight because there's I want to talk about Bruce Jenner. I want to talk about his support of girls being only the girls, biological girls in women's sports. I think that's fantastic. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about growing a dick or a vagina or whatever you want to grow or extra parts. We'll talk about that on Monday. We got to do our gratitude and get out of here. We like to end every night with gratitude. We're so grateful for you guys. We're so grateful for everybody who supports the podcast. It means so much to us.
I'm grateful for butterflies, flamingos, and turtles.
Oh my God, yes. Tracy said that would give the movie Freaky Friday a great twist. Literally, it could be twisted. Twisted. That'll be good. I'm grateful for our new friends. Kimberly, I think her husband's Bill. I forget everybody's names. I'm so sorry, but we were so grateful to meet you guys.
We know you by sight.
Grateful for amazing food in Key West. And our beautiful waitress, Rose at Pepe's, she was amazing. Pepe. And then, oh my God, who else was there? Dustin at Dustin at
and the girl with that inspired your haircut tonight. because she had the Astro.
Oh my God, she was so cute. I don't know her name. She was adorable. I do remember our server Rose at Pepe's. She's so beautiful. She's so tall. I want to put her on a runway. I don't remember her name. I want to say it was Deborah, but I could be wrong. The beautiful black woman that we met at
I think it was
she had
at Mundo's.
Yeah, she had on a cute little skirt
and the red frame glass.
And she had the red frame glass, and she was adorable. You were gorgeous. If you're here, I just couldn't get over how beautiful you were. But you had like good energy, which is like, you know what I mean? Like you could look like Quasimodo, and if you have good energy, you're going to be beautiful.
A couple people with good energy yesterday too. So we're on a roll.
I don't know if that's fair.
You can only have one.
You can't be like a head turner. And by the way, her husband was fine too. Like you can't be a head turner and have a head turner husband and have good energy. Like save some.
I'm sorry.
The rest of us.
You are a head turner, and I am a head turner of a good looking man that looked like George Clooney. Now that was
said one man.
Yeah, somebody said that once. It was very funny.
So I'm so thankful for the butterfly that rested on me today. I'm thankful that we were able to do something to help out Nolan by sending him an electric blanket because he's cold. And it's a dorm violation. So
don't say anything.
And he's never gonna bring it to his room. It's for his car. By the way, they sell heated blankets that plug into your 12-volt if you don't have extra space on your inverter.
Oh, and also if you buy a Volvo, it comes with heated seats. Keep you toasty.
If you're by the campfire, the Volvo heated seats can be unscrewed.
Said the woman who went camping. I didn't go camping. I'm not a big camp guy. She
Volvo.
Goes to camping and sleeps in the Volvo. How was camping? Oh, I got cold. I went in the Volvo. Oh! How the story.
It got cold and started to rain, and they didn't put the rain tarp on.
Yeah, you were going in that Volvo regardless.
So I was like, and then you had
Volvo saved.
Actually, Donna was there. You had to walk up the hill to go to the bathroom, and I go to the bathroom like 3 times a night sometimes. And so, it's glamorous.
She's a night pooper.
So glamorous. I'm not a night pooper. I had some raisins today. That's pretty much it. More like milk duds. They were like medium to. Yeah, milk duds.
See, more information than anybody needs.
It's so sad. It's always vacation is a hard time for me. So, the moral of the story is we're really grateful. Fucking butterfly on my shoulder for you people. All the new friends we've made in Key West. All the people we've horrified in Key West. If we made me laugh, that makes us so happy. I'm grateful for the warm Florida weather. I'm grateful for Dolly Parton, fucking Parton. I'm thankful for chickens
the
that
ability
cross. Oh my God.
We had a chicken cross the road today, and guess what? He got halfway across,
turned around, looked me dead in the face, and took a shit. I have a video of it.
Welcome to Key West.
That's the
in other cities in America, that would be a human man taking a shit right in the street.
Dude, all I can say is that the chicken, looking me dead in the eye and taking a shit is like the biggest.
Not a lot of people are going to notice that.
Analogy for my life.
It actually added authenticity to my Flash farmer's market.
I just can't. It just looks. I walked halfway across the street. I'm like, where you going, little guy? We need to know. Why are you crossing the road? He turned around, walked toward me, looked me in the eye, and took a shit.
So here's the
thing.
And
then walked, kept going.
So I think that might be the cure to constipation. You have to look somebody in the eye while you poop.
But hang on. I want you to think about this. Okay.
Okay.
What power move? Okay. I'm a chicken.
She's now acting like a chicken,
okay.
folks.
I'm a chicken. And I come up. And sorry. Wait, I was walking the other way. I'm a chicken. And you say, why are you crossing the road?
Why are you crossing the road? It is a power move. Right in the
That's the most ridiculous thing.
Ow. You almost just fell out the door.
Oh my God.
You would have gone out the door, rolled over a couple times into the pool.
I swear to God, I'm not drunk at all. Like I had, no.
Maybe I'm roofing her.
That's just me because I can't get up and down.
You're not nice.
But if I had fallen through that door.
Actually, good thing the door opens in. So if it was opening out, you would have bloop, bloop, bloop.
That would have been fine. I'm more worried about breaking the glass. Can you imagine that?
Glass.
The front desk that we broke the glass.
More like needs to be treated for contusions and lacerations.
Close
I can't take you anywhere.
Actually, that's kind of a bucket list item. Is
What-
getting kicked out of the clothing optional hotel in Key
What
West.
if you went through the glass and it tore your shirts and you went out there and you're like naked out there and then
Wait, hang on. I need to ask a question. Okay, Kim, you guys are here in this hotel and you're up in this.
I was grateful for stuff.
I know, but let me just finish this real quick because I'm going to forget it.
All
So, okay, so this is the one thing I thought of while we're here. It was the first thing I thought of when I got here. It's like, clothing optional, but it's only upstairs, which is stupid. Like, you should be clothing optional in the pool. If it was clothing optional in the pool, I would be out there fucking naked right now. I'm not even going to lie to you. I don't give a shit if anybody sees my fat fucking ass. I hate putting a swimsuit on. It's too much work. And I love swimming. We have a pool at home. Guess what? Swimming it naked every day. Not the point. The point is, we have these shutters. Are we meant to have the blinds open when we fuck? Is that what they want? Is that like part of the spa package? Do people do that? I think people have done that. At Fantasy Fest, I bet it got freaky up in here.
Yeah.
Talk about the White Lotus. The gays are going to kill me. Or trying to kill me? I forget. They're trying. I don't think that they are.
There's a quote from White Lotus. Nobody's trying to kill
because
her.
This hotel is.
It is like a mini White Lotus.
It's like a White Lotus.
The White Lotus is like a 5-star hotel
for middle class Americans. It's the White Lotus for middle class Americans.
There's no room for stars.
It's the White Lotus for middle class Americans. Or
no,
middle
I
class
don't
people,
even know
because there was an Asian couple, an adorable Asian couple. They were super nice, and they were friends with the cat. By the way, there's 2 cats and many fish, and we haven't seen any chickens. So that was done at Parliament House in Orlando, window shopping.
Oh, that's right. You go around and
What?
You see who you want to have sex with or something. Like it's like people like in the window or something.
We
talked about that.
Monday.
We
need to talk more about that Monday. Well, I'm grateful that a podcast that we were not terribly prepared for just turned into something. Grateful for everybody that supported it. Butterflies, sleeping, hotel,
and
White Lotus.
On a little mini vacation.
New friends.
Tomorrow's going to be more adventures and more fun and probably more sightseeing around the area.
Yes.
That's all there is to it.
We'll talk to you on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend. And again, I know a lot of people struggle at this time of year. I know we're on vacation, but if you message me, I will do whatever I can to support you. You're not alone. Somebody cares. It's me.
And just a reminder,
awesome.
If you have dead loved ones, they're watching you, so act accordingly.
Okay. And Trey says, enjoy love bugs. And then Donna says, dreadful place, Parliament House. I need to know more on Monday. Bye.
See ya.